All right, it is time. It's been a while since we've done some rankings of players, and we're going to be rolling through that this week. We've had Ultimate Legends. Obviously, things could change if new content comes out, who comes out, etc. But I mean, you always got to assume that some of the newer content is going to be the better players, but not everyone can afford the better players. That's why we're going to do this. Let's roll into it. Let's rank some quarterbacks and mutts. Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, head on over to instantmuttcoins.com to avoid the packs, save some racks. Link is in the description below. Use code CC now for 20% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here again ranking quarterbacks and mutt. Now, normally in the past we've used like the tier ranking system, and that's fine, but I would rather just talk about some of these cards and go in a little more depth so we can look at the stats on the back of cards and talk about what makes them good and what doesn't. Okay, now when we're dealing with quarterbacks, there's a couple things that you really need to remember, and me going through my personal rankings may be a little bit different than your personal rankings here for them, because you may not need the same abilities, you may not need mobility that I desire within a quarterback. So keep that in mind. All right, if you need Hot Route Master or don't need Hot Route Master, do you need a fast quarterback or do you not need a fast quarterback? Those are things you're going to have to keep in mind when we talk about these cards. All right, let's roll into it. Let's get going. So we're going to obviously start at the highest overall quarterbacks here. And some of these are really, really expensive cards. Okay, and if you can't afford them, then that's why we're going to talk about other cards here as well. Right, but the reason that some of the best and most expensive quarterbacks are that way is because of the abilities that they get and what they provide. Right, pretty basic. So someone like Josh Allen, this card, we're gonna pull him up here, take a look at him, is a monster. If you do not need Hot Route Master and you want to spend 1 million coins on the best Josh Allen, by all means go for it. He's gonna be the guy, right? But if you don't need Hot Route Master, right, you just want Gunslinger and you don't have 1 million coins, the 95 overall Josh Allen is a perfectly fine purchase as well. It really is. The difference between the cards, there's no difference in abilities really. You're just getting a little bit of a faster version, maybe a slightly more accurate version here. Again, it's only 2 overall difference here. I do really like Josh Allen's cards. I was using them on the No Money Spend account. I used them on my main account for a while. Josh Allen plays super good in the game. You can pick sort of your tier that you want to get him at, because he's got his Team of the Week card, he's got a playoff card, he's got the honors card. Any one of those is a good quarterback, right? Based on whatever your budget is at that time. Randall Cunningham, brand new quarterback, down to 850K. His price is obviously going to keep dropping. He to me is like way up here. Maybe not the best, but he really is up there for me personally. Fully powered up as an improviser. He's going to get Gunslinger. He's going to get Hot Route Master. His AP, you're talking 6 AP there. I know for some people that 6 AP is maybe a little too much for some other stuff that they want to do. But just speaking on how well the card plays, his release with Gunslinger, it is fine. It is not the best release in the game, but it is still fine. Fully powered up, 96 speed. Used him on the No Money Spend account for the weekend. Played great. Missed a couple of throws. He did indeed. And that's why I think, to me, he's not really a 900,000 coin card. But once his price comes down, 500,000 fully powered up, I think that's worth it. Use a power up pass on his Team of the Week card if you have to. I like his price there. I don't like him at 900K though, because again, when you're spending near 1 million coins on a card, I can't have you be missing some passes on me. Now, he didn't miss a ton of passes. If you watch the No Money Spend gameplay that we did post, he did miss a couple in that game. Again, and that's fairly normal, right? Rich Gannon, no matter which version you get, I hate this card. I truly dislike this card. His throwing motion, the way he throws the ball, the way he can't complete anything. His throw at a sack is always a pick. His throw under pressures are always really bad. He's a good card for AP, right? But otherwise, do not like this card at all. I'm gonna stay away from that. We get to Justin Herbert here again, kind of like just basically Josh Allen, right? Except you don't have much of a choice getting like a lower version of the card. He has no power up. I'm gonna go with the same thing here as Josh Allen, but I do like Josh Allen a little bit better. I've used his it was the snowball fight card or whatever it was. It was good. There's just something off about it a little bit. Can't really put my finger on it. Obviously did not use the honors card. Joe Montana, obviously way down. He doesn't get gunslinger. If you're throwing the ball without gunslinger, that's a real problem. Joe Montana, also the bottom list. He's only expensive because of the set. Joe Namath, again, I mean, not three something. Strong arm QB right here. He doesn't get hot route master. Okay. Is he cheaper than Josh Allen and friends? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a lot cheaper. Is he as fast? No, but his throwing stats otherwise are going to be good. I've played against Joe Namath quite a few times. He's hit every single pass. I think it's a really underrated and overlooked card just because the comparisons of other cards out there. But for his price point, it's not bad at all. Training's not really expensive. This is a good card. If you don't need to be super mobile, Joe Namath is a good card. Keep him in mind. Seriously, keep him in mind here. For sure. Dak, this was not a card I used. He's overly expensive here for what he is. He gets playmaker, doesn't get hot route master. No. Rivers, when he came out, he was what, 2 million coins, super expensive card. But what people found out, his release was really bad. Anytime he gets hit, he was fumbling for people. You gotta rank him down there. There's a reason why his price has just come all the way down. People just not a big fan. The brand new Aaron Rodgers. Haven't used him, okay? Rodgers does have the best release in the game. Him and Brett Favre are going to be right there. The problem with this card, it's the price point. If you can afford a 3 million coin quarterback, by all means, more power to you. I wouldn't spend that. I'm sure he's great. I'm sure he's great. Great abilities. Too expensive. Now, Alex Smith, this was a card we were actually really looking forward to. And did I use him? No, but there's a lot of people I know that did use him, people whose opinions I greatly value within the game. They said he was one of the worst players they used. So take that for what it's worth. A field general who was mobile and throw the ball, just not enough greatness about him. It's a little unfortunate. Just a little unfortunate there. I hate to say it because I really wanted that card to be great. Vic still up there again. If you don't need hot route master, and you can afford the AP on his gunslinger, Vic is still the guy to me. Vic is still the guy. Now Watson is a card I've used probably the most out of any quarterback recently. I really like his card. Yeah, he's expensive and he's been expensive, so we just keep using him. Makes all the throws. I've heard a couple people talk about how he felt a little bit worse this weekend. Maybe that's the progression of the game. We know how that goes. But to me, Watson and Cunningham right there for me. For a quarterback I need with abilities, they're right there. They're right there. I'm going to continue using Watson on my main team. Okay, just to let you guys know the honest truth. This is the quarterback that I am using. I'm going to use Cunningham on my secondary team. I want to use two different quarterbacks. We get to Russell Wilson, who, if he got an honors card, would have been at the top of the list. Unfortunately, he did not. Don't really know why they made that decision, but he doesn't get a card. So he kind of falls down there. That's why his price is so cheap. Again, he's not really the guy. You're probably going to end up looking a lot there. Now we get to old Tom Brady, the 99 overall. All right. If you don't need a mobile quarterback, he's pretty good. I'll say that he's pretty good. If you do not need a mobile quarterback, he's probably the guy. He's expensive though. He is expensive. Now there's another tier of quarterbacks we're going to go into the 94, 95 overall area and talk about here as well. Cards that are good, could be good. Josh Allen, we talked about him already. Any Josh Allen card seems to just play completely fine. Again, no hot route master. 95 Brady. No, I mean, unless you needed abilities. Joe Burrow here. No. Derek Carr. No. This Kirk Cousins is actually a card a lot of people have used as well. Now, maybe it's not a card that you've ever looked at. You may have never even looked at it. He's kind of the complement to Gannon. People have said he's a bit better than Gannon. I haven't used him. Maybe we take their word for it. But he's also... this card is not cheap. Like, this may not be the cheapest one up here. But Kirk Cousins is not a cheap quarterback. So, if you want a field general there, obviously he gives you really good AP. Maybe you take a look at Captain Kirk there. Gannon, blah. Daniel Jones, no. Mahomes, unfortunately, no. This card just doesn't provide. The Kyler Murray, same way. Old Aaron Rodgers, again, missing some abilities. Romo misses abilities. 95 Alex Smith misses abilities. But the one card that we have to sort of think about for the future is Air McNair. This early card was a 93 to 94. It was a really, really good card. He has the potential to be the best quarterback in the game, to be the most used quarterback in the game. For a while, he's going to provide good speed as a field general. In the 90s, probably with sprinter. Great throwing stats. Everything about him was fine. A lot of people really loved using this card early on. Whenever his upgrade comes, it could be really good, even if it comes sooner than later, right? Some of the problem with some of these quarterbacks who are going to be getting upgrades is that they do need to be a 99 overall or a 98 powered up to 99. Think of Culpepper, think of Favre, right? Drew Lock. You could also get some other random quarterbacks who get really good upgrades, like a Tim Tebow. He's an improviser. You never know. It could be a good card. There's a lot of potential out here for quarterbacks, okay? Now, if you're using anything lower than this, you're going to be struggling a little bit. Again, if I was going to go to a like super budget area, Josh Allen is normally where I would be falling right here. Is a strong arm or a Brett Favre or a Culpepper, someone like that. Those are the quarterbacks I would be using. If you're not going to use a high overall quarterback, use a lower overall strong arm, and that's where you should fall, in my opinion. Like, for sure. For sure. But I really think that the most important thing, the most important question you need to answer every single time you think about should I get this quarterback or not is, one, do I need Haro Master or not? Because you need Gunslinger, unfortunately, but you do. But you need Haro Master. Two, how much AP do I have? Do I have the ability to take in the extra AP for not a field general? I don't know. And then three, do I need mobility? And I use mobility last, and that's crazy because normally mobility would be one of the first things we look at with a quarterback. You always want the fastest, the Michael Vicks and Lamar Jacksons, and in this case, Vince Young in the game. Those are cards we would have just used and abused every single time. Nowadays, it's changed just a little bit because of all the abilities. So keep it in mind. Be great. Good luck. I will keep trying out new quarterbacks as they come. As long as they're reasonably priced. I'm not buying a 3 million coin quarterback. It's just not happening. Unless it was Vic, a 99 Vic, sure. But for an 82 speed guy, nah, just avoid it. You know, people will love the Rodgers card, and he's probably is the best thrower in the game, but it's just it's not worth it to me, especially you never know what's coming. I assume there's a lot of content coming. So be great. Take care. I love you guys. Let me know who you love at quarterback on your team. I'm out. Peace.